Friends, good morning. You are on the Alanya channel, Life Without Filters. In this video, we continue the review of the districts of Alanya, and in this episode, we invite you to the Saray district, the Cleopatra district, Cleopatra Beach, and everything related to it.
Well then, let's go.
Let's go!
So we are at Cleopatra Beach and in the district of the same name. And right now, this is just the beginning. This beautiful, scenic, and picturesque district and beach begin at the cave, Domlatash, which is located at the foot of Kestel. It stretches to the entrance of the city heading west. And here you will also see the platform from where the funicular to Kestel departs. Now we will take a little stroll and see what interesting and beautiful things are here. Let's go. In general, this promenade along Cleopatra Beach is quite green, well-maintained and beautiful. This is one of many squares or parks, as it can be called. And by the way, there is a local attraction here. In all these parks, there are cat houses. There are even specific signs, meaning that cats are honored and respected here. They are here. Someone feeds them, not just the kind-hearted visitors of this place, but I think even the municipality cares for them in some way. Look, there are many shady gazebos and there are fountains, but they are not turned on at the moment. Wow, this is the first time I've seen that there are fish here. I can't believe I didn't notice it before. Such golden carp. And now that we've come closer, look at this. Isn't it a wonder? A real cat house. They even have little beds with cushions, towels, and a full bowl of food. Well, it's clear that someone really cares a lot. It's a miracle. And here on our way, right here in Cleopatra, we come across several such houses. There are also public ports located here. Well, they are, of course, paid, but basically anyone who is interested can come here. I also see that there are basketball hoops behind the net. In the evenings, I have seen a large number of people actively engaging in activities here. There are also plenty of playgrounds. Let's move on. Look, here is one of the playgrounds. I want to draw your attention to how safely it has been made. The surface here is rubberized and soft, so the kids won't get hurt. There's a minimal amount of metal, and everything has rounded edges. Otherwise, it's plastic. There are some unusual structures, beautiful, right? And to the left are the outdoor exercise machines. They actually meet here very often. And don't laugh, yes, there are a lot of people around them. They are engaged in activities. It's also an interesting place. Among the greenery, there are small fountains hidden away. They are not working right now, but in the evening, the water makes a soothing sound. In my opinion, there is even some lighting, there are some sculptures, and everything is very well maintained. In general, I want to point out that while we are walking, we are showing such an interesting thing called Cleopatra Beach. You know, in Turkey, they seem to really cherish this Cleopatra. I don't know how many places, a huge number of places are named after her. Well, we might question the fact that she was here, but somehow a lot is named in her honor. Look, there are a lot of seats, sofas, and swings. Very interesting structures. These swings are wooden, you can sit and relax. They really care about the people here. Everything is very clean and pleasant. Well, let's move on. Another wonderful green square where the fountains are already turned on, with bridges spanning over the fountains. There are always many people taking photos here. And of course there are cafes, and here these beach cafes are found literally every 10-15 meters where you can just sit and have a snack. It is worth noting that a lot of attention is given to various activities on the local beaches. Just take a look, we will show you now. A large area for playing volleyball is enclosed with a net. And this is not the only place where we see this. We have already passed by and encountered several such facilities. So, Cleopatra Beach? Let's take a walk and see what it has to offer. Of course it's beautiful, what can I say? Sand everywhere, the beach is wide, and the sand is so light and fine. Again, according to the Turkish version, when Cleopatra was here, they even brought sand specifically for her. Well, again, we can question this, but nevertheless, it's beautiful and comfortable. And also, most importantly, there are no tiles at the entrance to the sea here, which we all suffer from in the Oba and Mahmutlar areas. Here, the entry into the sea is smooth and sandy. The beaches are all equipped with changing cabins and showers. Well, it seems to be early morning, and there aren't many people around. Perhaps it's still a small number of tourists due to the coronavirus. Well, take a look for yourselves. A wide beach, beautiful. And over there I see something interesting in the sea. Some kind of tent is open. I wonder what that is. Can we take a closer look? Oh, right in the sea. And here is some information for you to consider. What sports are available? Any to suit any taste? Well, it's not too heavy. All prices are in euros. They charge them approximately 50 euros per person. What else is there? Well, in general, you can see for yourself. The cheapest thing you can buy here is a banana for 15 euros. Look, behind me, right after the beach. There is a building. These are hotels. These hotels are located on the first coastline and are an exception because all the hotels here in the Cleopatra area are city-type hotels and are all across the road on the second line. Now we will get closer and take a look at the names of these hotels. Yes, one of these hotels is called Azat Beach Hotel. It has 3 stars, but for 3 stars, it has a wonderful location. Let's go to the next one and take a look. The next hotel is Elise Beach Hotel. So, let's see what else is nearby. So this is Xperia Beach Hotel. Well, in general, they are all quite modest. Now we will show you the majority of hotels that are located on the second coastline, and you will draw your own conclusions. So here's the thing, friends, regarding the hotels. There are no huge, luxurious, grandiose structures here with ultra all-inclusive services, large territories, and water slides. These are all city hotels. They usually don't offer all-inclusive options, maybe just breakfast, but there are a few that are all-inclusive. It's a city-type hotel. This is why Europeans love these places. It's a European style of vacation. I want to draw your attention to the fact that there are modest hotels here. Quite humble city hotels. You can see 2 on the right, and next to them are buildings that are no longer hotels, but residential apartments. Housing is very often available for rent here. However, I want to draw your attention to the fact that they are quite modest. This is an old building, old houses. In general, the Cleopatra area is characterized by the fact that new construction does not happen very often. Point by point, these old houses will eventually be demolished and somehow replaced with new ones. But mainly, the residential stock is old. If you turn into one of the alleys that lead from the sea towards the city, you will also see that the main buildings are all hotels. These are small hotels, and there are also apartments. By the way, there is a system here. We once came in winter, and European retirees come here specifically to stay in the apartments and live here all winter. It is cheaper for them to live here in winter than in their cold country, in England. Well, some hotels are kept in good condition, as you can see, while there are others that are quite modest, but mostly they are all 3-star hotels, and there are even some 2-star ones. Well, nevertheless, living by the sea is also nice. Even spending the winter in a small 2-room apartment isn't bad. If you walk literally 300 meters towards the city from the promenade, in the area of the funicular, you will find an aquapark in Iloneski. It's not exactly luxurious, but you can spend a day here. So, friends, here is the entrance to the water park. It is from Tatyurka Boulevard. This means it is already open, and there are no restrictions due to the coronavirus now. Look, the price is 65 Turkish lira for the whole day. It is open from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. So what else? There is even a menu that you can buy here, you see, right? Either pizzas or burgers, along with a drink and fries. Well, I think it's not bad to spend a day riding slides at 65 years old. Look, friends, here's a reference point. Right behind me is the beach, isn't it? And if you walk from the beach to the city center, it's just 150 meters, and we arrive at the large bus station of the city of Alanya. This is where the intercity routes depart. You can purchase a ticket online, or you can come to the ticket offices here. The largest transport companies provide transportation services. You can travel to any destination, even to Istanbul.
In our episodes, we cover everything about life in Turkey and traveling across the country, where it is warm almost year-round. Tall palm trees, fresh farm fruits and vegetables all year-round. If you decide to choose a place to live here, our company, Prime Invest, We'll be happy to help you find the best option where you will be happy to live. We are also developers and build beautiful villas with sea and mountain views. All contact details are in the description.
You can go to any city from this bus station. Let's go closer and take a look. This is what the bus station looks like. Buses from the largest transportation company are parked here, right next to each parking area. There is a ticket sales office. You can take it at any location, but you can also buy it online. If you want, we can attach a link for you on how to purchase tickets online and travel to any destination. By the way, I want to draw your attention to that bright building right behind. This large square, which has the inscription SGK, Social Security Institution on it. These are the offices of the SGK, Social Security Institution. This is your landmark if you plan to purchase state insurance. Here, please, is parallel embankment. It's literally about 150-200 meters away, and it is already more bustling with quite a substantial amount of traffic here. And look, all the same little hotels, and we even passed by one hotel. Its restaurant, its cafe looks like this, right literally on the sidewalk, and people are having breakfast now. Well, here the resort life is somewhat mixed with urban life. There are many places to eat and relax. We also encounter a lot of ATMs from all the banks that exist in Turkey along the way. This means that it won't be difficult to withdraw money or carry out other transactions at any point. You can clearly see a small alley, and there is the parallel embankment visible there. In other words, you can also stay in a more modest hotel, which is somewhat on the third line. It will be cheaper. Since most hotels here include breakfast, there are a large number of places to eat. For example, we noticed that there, just for 15 Turkish lira, you can get a doner kebab, right? Well, I mean, there are completely modest establishments with local food, and of course, there are also very large restaurants. But in this part, which is more Western, the establishments are mostly mid-range, affordable, and even cafeterias can be found. Here, they are called lokantas. By the way, the food there is very fresh and of high quality, with a large selection of dishes and very cheap prices. Remember the lokantas. Well, there are also cafes and small restaurants. For example, here is one. Menu, but without prices. And here is their dish of the day. A hamburger plus fries plus a cola costs 25 Turkish lira. Well, now we will show you a more decent establishment. Look, there's a restaurant bar right on the beach. Here's a sample menu. But this is no longer just a small cafe. It's a decent establishment, more or less respectable, with a large menu and a wide selection of dishes. Look at how reasonable the prices are. In the part of the parallel embankment that is closer to the funicular, of course, the establishments in Chipito are already more interesting and developed. There are also chain establishments such as Starbucks and restaurants with very decent cuisine, which we will show you now. Here is one of the decent restaurants. The cuisine and the meat are good, and the menu is extensive. You can come here to sit down. I would say that the closer you get to the end of this embankment, the more often you encounter stalls like these, where tickets are sold for activities such as paragliding. They take you high up into the mountains. The minimum point is 600 meters, and I believe there are even higher points, and you descend from that wing with the instructor. We will probably take the risk, do it, and then capture our fears and screams, and later we will talk about the prices. So this is why sales are mainly here, at the end of the beach, because this is where the boarding takes place. Now we will go over there closer to the beach and show you the spot where they land. And here on this very beach just now, there was the landing of a couple. They all come down here to this beach. They arrive right now. Well, I don't think you can sunbathe here. That's what I think. They seem to be trying to disperse people somehow. I don't know. It is so deserted, you see. This place, this section of the beach at the very beginning or at the very end, depending on which side of Cleopatra you are on, is designated for paragliding. Guys, we approached a stand, and it turns out that Eagle and Tails have been here. Right now, the guys will tell us about it. So, for those who are brave, let's follow the path of Eagle and Tails. From the butt. Online-7 place like it you can fly to with Mayviliation, it's bold. Let's follow the trails of Eagle and Tails.